Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Overheat temperature plus 50. Right, we'll use copper because we got more copper than we have anything else. And I'm going to start changing some of this into the better wire, the better cable that we've got. So I'm going to run that through there. Bring it up to that side, so that'll change everything over into there. This bit up through here, I'm just going to leave that. So I've got a whole load of bits here that need to be changed over. That one's already been done, which means that this one here, I can now get rid of that heavy watt joint plate right there. And that means I can also get rid of that bit of heavy watt wire right there. That can also go. So we go to the power overlay here. Right, that's looking good. Then I want to go into this side and I want to go to the batteries, smart batteries in there. Iron, copper. Take copper again. I want copper on these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of those bad boys can all go into there. Now go and have a look at automation and automation wire, and I want to connect in one more of those over to there. And I want to go to power, I want to go to the heavy watt conductive wire so that I can connect that one in over that side. And that's everything that I need to connect in. So all of the wires are all connected into the coal generators and these up here. So that means all the batteries are all connected into those. Now, these memorials. We've got a lot of memorials here. We've had a lot of dupes over time have just not made it. They just haven't been. They haven't made it. It's been sad. It's been terrible. They haven't been able to stay with us. Through no fault of our own. No fault of our own. It wasn't our fault, right? It wasn't our fault. We couldn't help it. These things happened. Now, smart batteries. I've got nothing. What I have got though is I got a load of water in. Well, how have I got water in there? I'm not even sure how I've got that. Think there was any pipes leaking anymore. Well, there is a little bit of water in there. Something that I haven't got is this bit in here. Like, this is like a piece that's still open, and I'm not sure that I really want that to be open. I'm kind of thinking I want that closed off. I've got a big chunk of dirt there because steam has come out and has cooked it. We'll leave that for a minute and we'll see. Maybe we'll come back and do something in there. Right. 5 batteries, and I've got a few less coal generators in here now. We've got the smart batteries in here, and yeah, we just don't have the power being accumulated in there yet. I've got some of these, but I don't have enough dupes running the treadmills yet. New printables are available. Let's go and have a look. Doesn't matter who I use. Decreased strength, +7. You really want someone with athletics. So you're destructive, We rule you two out. Shine nymph eggs, no. You're an ugly crier. You've got +7 husbandry. Decreased science. Abes are sweet, delicate flowers. They need to be treated gingerly with great consideration for their feelings. Right, Abe. I'm sure you'll be fine. Okay, let me go to skills in here. What are we going to do with skills? May up there, she's got rather low morale still. You over this side, exosuit training, that is going to be your priority. Otto over here, your priority is going to be working towards the exosuit training as well. Camille, you need exosuit training, so you're going to work up towards that one. May has got exosuit training. Excuse me. May has also got rocket navigation suits over there. The rest of that I'm going to leave. You are going to take grilling and cooking, and then you'll have that one up there. You, mechatronics engineering, medicine compounding. You over here, advanced medical care. You can be a doctor. You seem fairly happy, so let's do some digging up that way. Improved construction. Yeah, why not? Maybe want to get some more of them. Which means that I'm gonna... Well, actually, I could probably do with some more researchers, couldn't I? We'll keep going with the digging first, though. I do want some more people to be able to do digging. So if we get several super duper hard diggings, that would be rather helpful. I mean, a lot of these guys now, their morale is starting to look quite positive. I mean, there's a few of them that morale is still down. And I am going to have to be working on the base all the way through in order to be able to make sure that we've got much better things throughout in order to keep everybody happy. But I think overall, we're not doing too bad. Food is decayed, critter starvation. Well, yeah, I don't mind either way. The food is decayed is not brilliant. It's something that we do want to kind of work on. You can have some combat. I've got a bit of wire right in there, so let's go with our overlay in here. What were you on, anyway? Oh, you were on the other incubator. Right. Well, we'll take that one out there so that that incubator is out, and... Right, that's looking pretty good. Now, you in here, how long have you got? Next activity, 52 cycles. So there's a little time to go. I've got a nice bit of salt water still in the bottom of that pit that's slowly being pumped out, which is fine. You in here, that one is currently dormant. Next activity in 30 cycles. So it's not long been dormant. And there's a fair old chunk of water in there to keep it all going. What else do I want? There ain't a big lot. Not really. Mostly I'm happy with stuff. This in here doesn't seem to be doing a lot. And then I've got this other volcano over here. Quite frankly, I'm not sure I'm actually going to be able to get this to do anything. I'm not sure if I've even got these things set up correctly on it. I just don't know. I genuinely don't know. I do know, however, that over here, I've now got a nice quantity of water pouring in and cooling everything down. I've got steam coming in here. The steam is in here, but it is actually cooling down. You can see it's condensing on different bits, and it's cooling, and then it's dropping out. So these are running, and they're staying at a reasonable temperature. If I go to the temperature overlay in here, it's all at 99 degrees. The steam is at 100.9. It's not like the end of the world kind of temperatures. The temperatures in here are about what we want. They're ideal, really. Now, I got wart seeds everywhere in here. So the next thing that I'd like to do is I want to actually start working properly on cooling this base down. This base is way too hot. This in here is probably not helping matters. But, you know, we can live with that. But the base in general is too hot. Right? There's way too much temperature in here. We need to do something about it. So what are we going to do about cooling this base down? Well, there's a couple of bits that we can do. The main thing that we want to do is we want to fit in some cooling loops. Now, if I go up this way, I've got a bit of a cooling loop in here with this hydrogen. And that's in there like that. Now, I've got insulated gas pipe over here. But the contents of this, I got 99 degrees there on hydrogen, but I'm not using hydrogen very quickly. It's 74 by the time it gets down to here. Right, so it's, yeah, we don't tend to use it up very quickly. I got a bit of an idea of something we can do, but I'm going to leave that up there. I'm not going to get involved with it. I'm still not going to do anything with the chlorine. I tried something with that myself to, like, use chlorine as coolant, but honestly, it didn't really work out very well. I've got another chlorine gas vent over there, which I genuinely don't know what it's supposed to do with the chlorine stuff. Like, yeah, you can use it for purification, but, like, what am I purifying and why? What is actually the point of the purification on it? Like, it doesn't seem to have much purpose in life, this whole purification thing. And I want to get crude oil. So which bit am I going to work on first is the big question. And I think the answer is going to be we're going to move some of this salt water, if we can, and get it back over there towards that pump. I got a load of water here. Now, the problem, if I've got just salt water, it will keep that pipe full. If I don't have just salt water, it puts in little tiny dribbles of one and tiny dribbles of another, and it's not quite so good. So I've got stuff mixed up over here, and I'm fine with having that mixed up, and I'm going to leave that so that it is mixed up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, I'm going to put that back down to a normal priority 5 now, and I've got this sort of bit in here, and I'm just going to run that ladder down here like this. It's going to go, I'm going to take it down to there. It can't go any further than that at the moment. I got more wheezeworts in here that I can go and take out and harvest if and when I want them. We'll just let it save a second. And if I scramble back up to the top up here, so I've got that one little bit that's already coming in. All the way up here, I've got another bit of base that I still haven't uncovered. I've got this one in here, which is the carbon dioxide, which is probably something that we're going to want to be using at a later date, but we're not going to use it right now. So I'm going to run a ladder up to there and start uncovering a bit more of the base up this way. And it's only going to be a slow run. I'm not going to worry too much about rushing through it. But I got enough dupes now running around that we are going to be able to get into this at a reasonable pace. The water up here, if I was to bring that in through, would that be worth the effort? Honestly, I'm not sure. We can run a loop over here, or I can run it in on this side. They are two separate regions. So I got one lot of suits that are working on this side and one lot of suits that are working on the other side. I kind of think at the moment what I'd like to do is see this down here. The oil, we're gonna come into the oil. We're gonna go across here, and we're gonna sort of go into it through here is what I'd like to do. So I want to be able to get across the top of this and down into here. I got loads of coal in there, but not necessarily wanting to go through this line of abyssalite. So maybe if I bring that in from over this side, down there a bit underneath that. So if I go here, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I drag that all the way in across like that. I do a full 4 all the way across like that. Boom. Right the way in. And then I go to base, tile. If I was to put tile, actually, I can do it like this without the water coming through. I can put tile like that without water coming through, and I can put it to there. I'm going to leave one gap on that end, and then I'm going to run tile all the way through there like that. And that's going to take care of the bottom bit. So they don't have any. Ooh, right. He's delivering that one into there. That's brilliant. If he can do that one quickly, actually, I can just do another one in there, and they'll do both of those, and we won't have any salt water coming out of that bit. Yeah, that's good. So we'll keep the salt water. That's going to be separate in there, and then I've got another dig coming down here, and then I've got a dig all the way up here as well. And they're already working on that as well. And we can get into here, find out what that bit is, uncover a bit more of the map. I don't know where outer space is. It's sort of coming down this way, so what we're not sure of is that space there? Or is that another, just little bit of another biome in there that could potentially give us something else? So there might be something under this, right? That there, I've got neutronium there, and I've got a gap on that side, so there's possibly something in there, which means that I'm going to do this. Just a double line and dig over. So I'm going to dig over to there as well. So we can potentially find out what's going on in there. There could be yet another geyser or something in there. I don't know what it's likely to be. It's buried, whatever it is right now. It'd be nice if it was something like, say, another salt water one. But I expect we probably just got more chlorine or something like that. I don't want lots of chlorine everywhere. What's the good of having a mass of chlorine everywhere? Like, seriously, it's not going to do me any good. I'm going to dig those off so that that will all come out. And I'm going to dig 1, 2, 3 there. Dig those off as well, so they all come out. And that's going to help get rid of all of that water. That's going to just focus down this way. It's going to run into this area down here. And that's what I would like it to do. Now, these over this side... Sure what they're doing. Have I... Oh. I've got the suits. Where are all the dupes? No. They're doing stuff over... I've got some stuff in here. I've got bits in there that were supposed to be dug out. I'll dig out... I'll do some digging right on there. Now let's have a look at the plumbing. Where is the plumbing? Plumbing overlay right in there. Okay, so I got a little bit in there that I want to dig out and pull that through. They're running down in through here. I've got a whole load of mushrooms down there, which potentially is why they're running all the way down over there in order to go and do stuff. And then we've got some of these growth halted from body temperature. There's yeah, new printables. 500 kilos of dirt, a snazzy suit, or we've got a couple more dupes to choose from. They're both destructive. Let's take the dirt. Dirt is really valuable stuff. That is really super valuable stuff. We are heading down into this. We're going to drain out this pool in no time at all. All the way up here. I haven't gone up very far. You are taking your sweet time of getting through that, aren't you? You are absolutely taking your sweet time to get through there. Right. What's this one? I knew I had another one. Saltwater geyser right there. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. Right, I need to be able to get that salt water from up there down into this bit down here, but bypass everything else. That might be a bit tricky. How can I do that? I've got that up there. I could run it straight down round here. That wouldn't be a problem at all. We'd easily be able to do that. Especially if I sealed it up over there. What I'm thinking is if I can bring the saltwater geyser in over this side. So we'll seal this up over this side a bit more. So I'm going to go with the base there and tile there. And I'm going to tile that in over that side, rather than back in the middle. So that's going to make a start on that. How are we doing down this way? Yeah, you got a couple more to dig out. And in here. This is just taking forever in here. And I knew I had another saltwater one. That's just a regular water one in here. And that's really filling everything up in there. And there's loads of coal in there. We'll dig that out. We'll worry about that later. I don't care about that right now. I want the extra salt water. We want to get that, and we want to be pumping that up into here, up this side, all the way up in here. Now look at this. Now we're properly condensing all of the steam in here. This is fantastic. That is just raining down into this area here. So it's properly cooling everything down. The only problem we've got with that is just power supply. Power supply is something that we can work on. I'm happy to keep working on that. And here comes a dupe. Which way are you going? You're going... And there we go. We've delivered... Seriously? You come all the way up here. Delivered... And then ran away again like a lemon. And here comes Camille. And Abe. Some of these people are so ridiculously slow. It's painful. It is painful to watch what you're doing sometimes here. It really is. But there is one of those walls built, which means that then I can go from this side. And that's what I want to do. So they're not all coming out the same one. So these are going to come out of here. They're going to go through there. They come out, down that bit, up and off they go. And we're going to dig down these two bits. Well, I'd like them to, but apparently that is a little bit too much like hard work. We're going to put tile across there. And we're going to, for now, we're going to put tile up there, like that. And then I want to be able to get this... Why have I suddenly had 10, 12, 14? Is that all of these in here? Why have you suddenly all died? Why are you suddenly all plants have died? 14. Dusk cap. Oh. Oh! I see. Suddenly it's all gone in there. All of this water that was sitting in there has now run down through there because we, like, this is now, like, just been dug out and the bit of wall is removed. That's fine. We'll work around that. We don't mind that. You know what? I'm going to remove the rest of the stone from in here, or the stone that I can reach. There's 4 right there, so that's actually going to be to that point right there. And those 2, I can stand on here and I can reach that. I can't get those 3 in there. That's the only 3 that I can't get without doing anything new. That bit of tile... Oh, I can deconstruct that. Right, I'll deconstruct the bit of tile. I'll do the rest of that bit of tile in a minute. I'm not going to do it at the moment. I'm just going to leave this now for a minute. And that's filling up down here. It's going to take a while. We'll not worry about it just yet. Over this side, you've not changed. Up this way. Digging upwards a little bit, not changed a lot. And then in here, we've got a couple of little bits in here. Right. So I want the salt water to go from that point. It needs to drop down here, which means that I need to clear enough space for the salt water to flow. Don't mind about anything else. I just need this salt water to flow in a reasonable manner. Now, these little puddles up here, I guess I could try and catch them as well. That's carbon dioxide up there. I'd kind of like that in there. I mean, that sort of just flows around that whole thing down there, so we'll ignore that. I want to catch this. How am I going to do it? Ignore the bits up there. We don't want to get involved with that. I do want to remove that. And I want to remove that. I'm going to remove a bit over there. I'm going to leave this. This actually, I'm going to change this into base. I'm going to go tile, tile, tile. Like that. And I'm going to have a ladder. And I've got a bit over there. So I'm going to run a ladder in a straight line here. That's going to come down to this bit. So that I'm like gathering up stuff down through there. I'm going to go into this side. And I want to build a wall on there. So I'm going to need to put a ladder scaffolding across that side, and then I'm going to tile that in there. I don't want to tile that bit. Cancel that one, and just leave it like that. So tile that in and seal it, and then it can only be accessed from the other side. I'm also, as I've got a little bit of coal right there, I'm going to put a piece of scaffolding right in there like that, and I'm also going to dig out that little bit of coal right there, so that can go and be used later on for some other things. So far, so good. Now, what's next? I want to gather up this salt water as we head down. So next up, we're going to take tiles here, and I'm going to tile that. I can't go and put tile in here, which means that I need to dig there. And I also need to do the usual ladder scaffolding over here like this. It's just going to like cover all of that. And that's going to allow us to get in through all of the other piece in there. I'm going to go with the base. If I do a double ladder, I'm hoping that's actually going to allow us to go just a little bit faster down through this. This bit in here, that shouldn't be any kind of a problem. And then I've got a long ladder right there. It's getting across this piece here that is potentially a problem. Although it's not potentially a problem. I just got to bring this all the way down to about here. And then remove a big chunk of that ladder. So that the dupes from the bottom can't get in there. Or just seal this off. Once I've done that, once I've got this in there, seal that bit off, and then this can be dug out from somewhere else. We can do that. Right, well that means I just want to carry on with this. So you just keep going straight down. All the way down through that. Keep going straight down, all the way down through that. And then if we go in a straight line down to here. Let that go through. Let that do its save. Like that. And then I want to run this... Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. I want to cancel that bit for a minute. And I just want to bring it down to this height right here. So I have another ladder there, and that's going to run down to there like that. Down in this bit. We want to bring it over, and we want to get sort of about here. So I want to be able to bypass this. This is going to be the trickier part, is getting past this in here. So whilst I'm still doing that, I'm going to run the ladder. This ladder can go all the way to there. Actually, there's no reason I can't take it all the way down through here like this. There, we can run down, and we can bring it down all the way like this, down there like that. So I've gotten to this bit. And then I'm going to dig out a piece in there so that I can have someone come in there and submit a bioscan on this part in here. 331,000 calories at the moment. We're doing all right with that. Let's go up this way and just have a look how we're doing with all of these. We're still digging up through here. Still putting these in. We're still putting bits in here. There's another bit. We've dug out the little pieces on there. Which means that I can put in the wall and seal that up so that we don't have any crossover anywhere from our suits and things like that. And that little noise was another printable available. So we've got some oxalite. You are destructive, a vomiter, and you're destructive. So you're the only one that we want to actually seriously consider. Decreased air consumption rate, which is brilliant. Increased science. Cannot do building errands. That's not brilliant, but yeah, I think we'll go with you. I think we'll try you out, which means that we want to go into skills in here. And what skills have you got? Gothman over this side. You can start doing some digging work. And your morale is now climbing and climbing rapidly. You've gotten everything up through there with the rocket pilot suit wearing Mahoo's Majiggy. I'll put a couple of those in. I'm not going to do any more than that. Auto, right there. We want to go here for improved carrying. And Mima, improved carrying. That's all you want to do anyway. I'm realizing your dreams here. That's brilliant. I'm actually realizing their dreams. We do a bit of crop tending right in there. Okay. Now we've got more digging all the way down through there. We've got a little bit coming up there. And they're going to go digging down through here. We're going to dig out that way. I've got a lot of water in here. And I'm going to need to be able to sort of hack my way and get through that. This door cannot be controlled manually. That'll be something to do with that bioscan, I expect. They'll be able to dig through this pretty quick. Now, I know that I've got all of that going on, but I figure it's probably a good idea now. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for a little while. We need to let the replicants rest. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And I am just going to drag out this farewell just a tiny little bit, just so that there is enough space and time on the screen to put up a couple lots of you absolutely wonderful supporters of the channel. You should be seeing some of your names coming up now. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.